Hello, everybody, and welcome to our next episode of Dark Matter, a custom scenario that I'll admit, when the last few weeks, since the last week I played it, I've been really excited to see for this next one. I kind of like these visiting three areas kind of thing for how the campaign is structured, and I think that's just like super sick. And I'm very excited to see what comes of this. But as always, if I ever say anything in the moment, remember that it is fueled by emotion at the time. And the best way to know my actual thoughts on the game or to wait for my little roundup at the end. I'll get the deck lists up here for you guys to see. Minor changes as well. We didn't enter too much experience. Basically just tried to make everyone a little bit better at what they did. Okay. Let me just make sure cards are nice and big for people at home. And let's rock. So we are doing In the Shadow of Earth. Yeah. Okay. 3B. 3B. In the middle of the 21st century, Earth was in complete chaos. Rioting. What are you drinking? Oh, it's just flavored water. Just flavored water with orange. Nothing too exciting. In the middle of the 21st century, Earth was in complete chaos. Rioting, crime, madness, and worse became the order of the day for the entire world. Very true. In a last-ditch effort, 2 of the arcs are completed and the 3rd vessel is stripped for parts. The 2 completed vessels set out for Mars, each carrying 3,000 humans in suspended animation. One vessel, the Liberty, suffers a massive power plant failure and the crew and passengers are killed. The other ship, Hope, eventually reaches Mars. Maya, Information Archives. The planet Earth, what used to be humanity's sanctuary, is now abandoned to the madness of the Ancient Ones. There's very little information about what remains on Earth, but if anyone would attempt to send out a transmission, survey vessels stationed around the planet, such as the Nostalgia 2, would hear those calls. The trip itself was uneventful, and you spend your days watching the blue dot of Earth grow and grow in size. Around the time you can finally recognize a few of the continents, the Tatterdemalion picks up a lonely and distant beat, the echo of the Nostalgia 2's distressed beacon. You try to hail the crew with your radios, but there is no response. The Tatterdemalion begins its deceleration, and with no time to waste, you prepare to board the god-forsaken ship. Set the entity in the feaster from afar, in each copy of From the Dark Treachery. Create the scanning deck, put all locations to play. We begin in the airlocks. Let us find the airlocks. Flight deck, infirmary, telecoms, crew quarters, hydroponics, engine room, shipment, airlocks. We've killed it. Airlocks. So let's see what the flavor says. There are no responses when you call for assistance, only echoes mocking you back. As a lightning bolt, get to the Tatterdemalion, add a unique story asset you control to the victory display. Cool, I'm already very excited about that lightning bolt action right there. Action resign you never should have come. When the air pressure equalizes, the hull is overcome by the smell of rotten flesh permeating through the ozone-tinged air. Super sick, I'm very excited. I love it that the map is a spaceship. Albeit without these little tokens, it'll be harder to read that way. For every 2 tally marks under impending doom in your campaign log, move 1 random card from the scanning deck to a face-up pile of lost souls next to the agenda deck. Shuffle the remaining cards to form the agenda deck. Lost souls. Hey, that's not right. This looks like a spaceship. I get it, but come on. In this scenario, when a unique ally asset is defeated or discarded, it is moved to a face-up pile of lost souls next to the agenda deck. This pile and the top card of the pile may be referenced by other scenario cards. Don't worry about losing unique assets. They will not be removed from your deck for the remainder of the campaign. Easy. In this scenario, the scan action designator functions slightly differently. You may only scan where you're at a location with an icon matching the top card of the scanning deck. When you scan, instead of searching for the topmost card of the scanning deck matching the icon you're scanning for, simply draw the top card of the scanning deck. As such, you won't have to move around the ship and follow the icons depicted. Cool. I'm on page 14. I'm just going to remind myself on scanning. So was it the first scenario that made it I can only do it if there was no clues on my location? I think so. Sorry, 15? It's resolutions. Don't read that, spoilies. Spoilies. Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So I'll shuffle the scanning deck. When you enter the airlocks, there is no one around. It is eerily silent, other than the occasional clanging and hiss of the air circulation. After, a unique ally asset would be defeated or discarded, placed it on top of the pile of the lost souls instead. There is no one to greet you, no responses to your calls, but despite the silence, your motion scanner occasionally displays a few blips of movement coming from within the ship. As an action, scan. At the top, if the top card of the scanning deck is an icon matching your current location, spend 2 clues as a group, draw the top card of the scanning deck. 3 doom, okay. So we got to get to lightning bolt and, all right, so we can go here. We can find one there. Hydroponics. Okay, let's look at our hands, shall we? We're gonna keep beat cop and probably resourceful and burn everything else. We need to find a weapon. We found a weapon. No wonder I was so confused about the enchanted blade. All right, here it's easy. We get rid of this, this, this. I might even get rid of that, TBH. Oh, that was a rough mulligan. Holy hell. But I suppose that's the risk of this. Okay, I remind myself, when you take horror, this should be in my deck. I need to redo my entire mulligan. This should have been in my deck. This one is permanent. During the investigation phase, choose an investigator. That investigator gets an additional action this turn, which may be only used to scan. Okay, that's powerful. I think we'll get those. Okay, this hand it's better, but not like extraordinarily better, so I don't feel as bad about forgetting to put that key in. Remind me to take that key out at the end. Okay, our actions though. So, pretty simple stuff here. Zoe's just gonna get super ready for war. I love the idea of this frickin' campaign, this scenario already. All right, we're gonna gain 3 resources, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to play Beat Cop and an Enchanted Blade for 7, leaving us with 1. Boom, boom, boom. Daisy's turn is gonna be a bit more boring. She's just gonna play an Old Book of Lore for 3. We'll use Old Book of Lore for our free book action. Look at the top 3. We'll grab Dream Diary, but we also will resolve Rabbi, which will gain 2 resources. Put this into our hand. Action number 2, I mean, heck, let's get the Dream Diary going, right? That way, when we draw our Necronomicon, we can just lose everything. And then for our final action, we'll investigate it 5 to 1. Ooh. Minus X, or X is the number of cards in the pile of lost souls. Super exciting. I am very optimistic for how things are going to turn out here. I imagine no one is in the airlock, so we're not even going to worry about scanning. Upkeep, let's go. Prepared for the worst is nice. We can find a survival knife. Enraptured is also cute. All right, 1. Zoe. Boop. Cannot be canceled. Hey! Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Great reference. Discard an ally asset you control. Oh my god. Just like that, we lose Beat Cop, huh? It's pretty rough. For Mimic Enemy and spawn it at your location. Okay, so... Hello. Okay. So, playing allies probably ain't worth it, is what we're learning today. So Mimic gains a trait to the top card of the pile of Lost Souls. Mimic deals additional damage and horror equal to the health and sanity values of the top card of the pile of Lost Souls. Mimic is very scary. It's not kind. Anyways, we'll gain a resource when this guy engages us. All right, what do you got, Daisy? Cannot be canceled or ignored. Attach contamination to an ally asset at your location, unique if possible. Interesting. Good flavor. Good flavor. A bit salty about the beat cop, but that's what you get when you go into a scenario blind, right? All right, yo, Zoe, you think you're going to be all right? Should I just leave you be for a bit? Say no more. Daisy is going to start her return, get this into her hand. And then she's going to move up into hydroponics. As an action, cross out one of your memories. Heal 2 horror from each investigator and ally asset at your location. Group limit once per game. You just get fucking high on weed. Action number 2, we're going to investigate at 7 to 3. Cool. We'll grab a clue. And then we play the objective, of course. So we'll scan for free. So we move to investigated. So we'll scan for free. Spending 2 clues. 1 from the first one and then 1 from the second room. Zoop. Hydroponics. Adam Tanner. Revelation. Put this card into play under your control. When an enemy spawns at your location, you may automatically evade it. Limit once per game. Sick. Okay, well, escort mission, baby. I've played many video games before. Let's get this guy out of here. When you draw... Okay, sorry, 1 second. We should run this whole thing. So when you draw a story asset... Yes, this is a story asset. All right. I think it is anyway. I'm just going to see if they're all the same. I'm not going to like read the cards. Okay, yeah, they all are the same. One looks spooky scary though. All right. One of the crew members stumbles out in fear. Thank God someone is here to help. I heard your calls but was too scared to answer it. There's something else with us on the ship. It's already taken some of the crew but not all of us. They describe how the entity can take the form of the bodies they consume. You can either convince them to risk staying with you to fight off the abomination or head back to safety of the Tatterdemalion. Advanced Act 2. What the fuck? There are still people hiding on board, among other things. You can try to find as many as you can and escape or attempt to exterminate the abomination. As an action, scan. If the top card of the scanning deck has an icon matching your current location, spend blah 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 as a group. This guy did have that symbol again. Let's just make sure. Nailed it. If there's 16 damage tokens on this act or each undefeated investigator has resigned, we advance. All right. Well, we will still just follow through with saving this guy. Cool. Well, Zoe. Shall we fight? We will go 6 to 3. Let me just remind myself of this chaos bag. 2 tablets. A -4 is a bit spooky, scary skeleton. Let's see what tablets and cultists do. Man, the tablets are fucking nutter butters, man. Okay, well, we have an easy thing to do, which is kill. Let's attack. 6 to 3. Ooh, if this is during attack, it deals +1 damage. Cool, we'll do 2. Do we want to do a charge after to get to 3? I think we do. Let's get to 3. We'll attack again, and we'll use Vicious Blow to go 7 to 3. -2. He'll be dead. For our last action, we're going to look for a weapon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No weapon was found. Rather unfortunate, but you know, that's sometimes just how the cookie crumbles, right? Enemy phase, let's go upkeep. So where are we going next? We have to go to the infirmary or engine room. Okay. And we just need 2 clues. Upkeep phase. Hey, that's very nice. That is less nice. Oh, I didn't do my old book of lore this turn. I'm an idiot. 2 of 3. Zoe, what do you got? The colors of space. Test brain 3. If you fail, put this card into your threat area. You must commit all eligible skill cards in your hands to skill chests performed at your location. Dude, this card is very well designed. I love the design on this card. It's so good. That's so good. Anyway, 4 to 3. Ooh, -1. Oh, +1. We're fine. Such a good design. I love that. What do we got here? Hopeless. Test brain X, where X is the amount of damage on you and ally assets you control. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror up to a maximum of 4 horror. 4 horror is pretty spooky. I probably would make it 3. But we're testing... I mean, maybe not. I don't know. We're testing 3 to 0. We nailed it. Okay. What's the plan here? We'll have Daisy go first. Let's look at the top 3. Oh, could it be anyone? I should have done that on the other one. We'll grab Deny Existence because we don't want to grab Research Librarian. Deal 2 orange. Okay. Action number 2. Let's move up here. So action number 1, let's move up here. Then we're just going to investigate twice at 5 to 3. Nice. We'll commit this for the other one. 7 to 3. Super sick. 2 clues for Judgy. Ba 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 da 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 da. Okay. Zoe, action number 1, she's going to play her cross. Actions number 2 and 3, she's going to scout out a bit. Crew quarters. I've discovered the last clue from this location. Each investigator at this location gains 2 resources, group limit once per game. A modest lounge with a dartboard, soft drink dispenser, and large holographic entertainment system. Oh baby, let's watch a movie. No human to be seen. All right, upkeep phase. Make me rich. Good card. Number 2, tote bag. Also nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Doom advance. The agenda advances. Place the set of... You are not prepared to hear the horrible ear-piercing roar or dismantled cries. Does the cross work if the ship is God-forsaken? God is always with Zoe. She's just that obsessed with him. Your motion scanner bleeps uncontrollably. There is biological movement detected in every direction. Whatever thing that has corrupted the ship has finally noticed your arrival. Place the set-aside entity enemy on top of the scanning deck. Then shuffle the set-aside copy of From the Dark Treachery into the encounter deck. All right, I'm going to look at what these are. The entity, I'm not going to... He's just everywhere, baby. From the Dark. So good. Each set-aside copy. Okay. So good. So good. All right, so we want Zoe to do the scanning with the entity, I'd wager. First evil card. Rats. After you defeat rats, draw the top card of the encounter deck. Well, they're dead. So... The enemies in play from the dark gain surge, otherwise test 4. So we're testing 2 to 4. So the entity will come and join, spawn it at your location. That's great. Honestly, that's totally fine. Let's test foot 4. If you fail, search the scanning deck, spawn at your location. Let's see what this guy is. Oh, God. Massive retaliate alert. He gets +1 attack and +1 foot for each lost soul. On it. On to the current act. Oh, that's kind of cool. Why does he hit like a fucking horse, though? Like, why is his attack so high? That's crazy. Okay. Do I take any damage? Shuffle the scanning deck. Hourglass. Crew quarters, you say? Okay. There's no way to dump damage onto the act now? That is a bit of a shame. Why is he so fucking big? Can anyone answer that question for me? What do we got here? Test for 3. If you fail, you must either choose one. Take 2 damage or discard each event in your hand. Well, it looks like I'm going to be taking 2 damage. 2 to 3. Looks like I'm taking 2 damage. And gotcha, game. Okay. I like this flavor where the entity's kind of like in my way right now. That's kind of neat. Let's say Zoe goes first. Sorry, Daisy goes first. She moves in, attempts to evade the creature. We can also use the old Book of Lore to try to see if we can grab something out of that. That seems fine. Yeah, okay. Daisy's going to go first. She's going to get this into her hand. She's going to old Book of Lore. We're going to grab a Burning the Midnight Oil. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Action number 1, we're going to move in here. Action number 2, we're going to attempt to evade this creature. We have currently 2 all. The tablet makes it really hard to assess this deck. So we're going to commit an Essence of the Dream and a Surprising Find. And a Burning Midnight. We're going to go up 4. We're going to go up 4. We only need to go up 2, but honestly, better safe than sorry, right? This guy's evaded. Action number 3, we're going to move in here. Free action, we're going to give to Daisy to scan this room. Hello! Sophie! I guess I should reveal this location. Whoa. That's kind of interesting. Okay, Zoe. We moved, we evaded, we moved. We're going to draw a card. Could fight this guy. 4-2. I think we're just going to draw another card. Oh, there we go. Let's play that survival knife. That's perfect. Cool, cool. So sick. So sick. Okay. Enemy phase. At the end of the round, this guy gets shuffled back into the deck. Let's hopefully not see him on top. He's not on top. That's good. Upkeep phase. No stone unturned. Investors your location fail ties during the skill tests. Okay. We don't want that to happen. Attach pale blue dot to your current location. After the attached location, you must either take 2 horror or add 1 doom to the current agenda and discard this card. No like. I guess we're adding 1. This one's 3? Damage and horror must be assigned to allies first. Only 3 again, huh? That's crazy. What's the last one? 6? So we gotta move quick, is what I'm hearing. Rats? Okay. Well, Daisy's... Oh, you have to draw the top card of the encounter deck. So not sick. Okay. Oh my god. This is tough. Tough decisions to make here. We're going to move out and we're going to add a doom because taking 2 horror forever is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. And action 2. We'll grab the rats. Actually, action 2, let's look for a card. 4, 5, 6. Probably Tetsuo. No, not Tetsuo. Allies are bad here. So we're going to grab Glory. And then we will kill the rats with the cross. Draw a new card. It does not match my current location. Surge. Peril. Gain surge. Fucking hell, man. What is this? What is this? Well, I guess we're advancing the fucking agenda. Is that going to spawn the entity, though? Because if it spawns the entity, I'm, like, fucked. Maybe not. Deal to orange. Okay. We're going to step out of this. Well, first things first, I'm going to have Zoe look for a card. Safeguard's probably also good for the future. Excuse me? Yeah, our new video just dropped. Yeah, 3 minutes ago. Wow, look at that. Okay. Then we're going to move out of here, and unfortunately we're advancing the agenda because I don't know if I want to kill these people. It makes the other guy harder, right? So reveal the top card of the scanning deck. If it is a story asset, move it to the pile of lost souls. If it is the entity spawning at the location with most investigators, it makes an immediate attack against all investigators. Then flip this agenda back to 3A. Am I missing something? Oh, it was not put in the right order? It wasn't in the right order. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. No, this is fine. This is totally fine. We're at 3. Okay. Honestly, this is so good. All right. No, never mind. Ignore that. We're totally okay. Everything's super fine. I think it seems awful. It like seems awful, but like that was 1, 2, 3. We're just getting her out of here. We're on a rescue mission. We're not here to do fun tricks. Her ability is really good, but we're not here to do fun tricks. We're on a rescue mission. We're gonna get as many people out as we can. We gotta get as many people out as we can. Okay. Upkeep phase. Hello. Mimic. Farthest location? You got a job to do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Okay. 4 of 6. What do we got here? Super sick. No allies, because our B-Cop already turned into a Mimic. I like the flavor of that, though. You're like, oh, hey, how's it going, Beat Cop? Pleasure to see you on this ship. And then Beat Cop's like, glock, glock, glock. Surge cannot be canceled or ignored. There are 3 more Tallymax under impending doom. Oh, that's cool. That's going to be neat. I'm digging that. Anyway, I don't think anything happens. Ooh, that's not good. But it's not bad. Zoe, you're going to have time to get up there and kill that guy. We are on a very important mission. Infirmary. Okay. Zoe, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, she can't even get to the rats. Okay. So Daisy, it looks like you actually are just going to have to evade. Let's practice makes perfect this, and also this. So we're trying to evade this guy at 2 to 3, so we're at 4 to 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, well, we can't add anything. That's a bit unfortunate. I was hoping to grab one of my 2 of these. But we do have a surprising find that we can commit to a next test. So we're only up 1. Yuck. Ooh. Okay. I mean, we try to punch this guy at 3 to 1 then for action number 2. That's what we got to do. Yeah, he's dead. We get to it's the reason we get to draw a card. Deal to orange. Get this rat out of here. We draw an encounter card. Test Fist 3. You either have to discard a non-story asset you control. Ooh, was that test -2 though with the rat? Was it -2? I don't even remember. I'm gonna assume it wasn't. Anyways, we're fucking failing this. 3 cards from my hand. We can burn you, and you. And then we'll come here. I think I might have fucked that turn up. I don't think the rat should have been dead, but... C'est la vie. Okay, well... 1, 2, telecoms. If there are no clues on telecoms, you can you access the mainframe. Each investigator at this location adds 1 tally mark next to their memories. So 1, 2, 3. Do you go on Horde each investigate this location, gain 1 clue from the token bank, limit once per round. Hey dude, you're wicked. Take a damage. But stand up, brother. Okay, enemy phase. This guy attacks. Before he attacks, I'm going to fight him. So we're attacking at 6 to 3. What the fuck is this? So we do 3 damage for that attack. It's pretty incredible. He does give us the bonkus, but what can you do about that? Sorry, this is enemy phase, and that should still be on top. Okay, upkeep. Cool. 5 of 6 doom. Evil card is ally asset your location. No ally asset. Search, shuffle the scanning deck. Is this my location? No. But we still can go to the infirmary next turn. I would rather die. Okay. Well, Daisy can go first. And we'll Old Book of Lore, search the top 3 cards. I will grab a Practice Makes Perfect and shuffle. We're going to move into the infirmary. Choose an investigator ally asset at this location. They may either heal up to 3 damage to them or discard a copy of contamination attached to them. Super spicy. Action number 2, we're going to investigate our location. It has 4, that is pretty high, so we're going to commit a perception and a deduction to go to 8 to 4. -2. We'll draw a card. And we'll gain 2 clues from this location, which are conveniently the number of clues on this location. We'll use those 2 clues and the free thing here to scan. Hey, it's Mudbug! Move 2 damage between investigators, ally assets, and enemies at your location. Super cool. Super fun. Oh, the eye art? Yeah, the eye art's pretty gross, isn't it? Little eye maggot. Okay, we have 1 action left. We should really get rid of this 13th vision. I honestly keep forgetting it exists. You know what? That's what we're going to do next. But first, here's a book bag. Mudbug, please don't die, whatever you do. If you die, I will scream. I will start screaming and never stop. Okay, let's try to kill this guy with the sword. We have 2. So 6 to 3. That's pretty good. I will empower the blade because I would like to heal the horror. And he's dead. And so is our Smite the Wicked. Goodbye. Okay, action number 2, we're going to move down here and then drop a safeguard. Cool. Upkeep phase. The encyclopedia. I'm very scared. You've come to understand that whatever plague has struck upon Earth has been transmitted to the ship as well, perhaps just through the proximity to the atmosphere, or a crew member accidentally watched one too many of the undecipherable transmissions from Earth. You're being affected by the invisible corruption as well, for every time you blink you see visions of hell left behind on Earth. Masses of flesh appear around you, sculpting into the shapes of people you once knew. Shuffle this into that. And then for a mimic enemy and spawn it at the location with most investigators, 2 if there are 3 investigators, but this time there is not. Let's give this a good shuffle. And let's ping him for 1. All right, so now we're in the 3 Doom Fiasco. Cool. Evil card. Shuffle the scamming deck. Oh, fuck, it's the Mimic. Sorry, it's the dude. If it has my location, we take 1 horror. It has every location, so we will take 1 horror. Nice design. I actually do really like that. Surge. All right, this is gonna be, it's gonna be a bit messy. Gersh. We have 2 to 4. Only +1, dang. We spawn the entity at our location. Hey, I'm the entity. What do we got here? The card we didn't want. Fuck me. Grab the Mimic, I guess. Sorry, Mudbug. Howl Robot. So, damage, discarding, so... Top of the Lost Souls pile instead. No, not Mudbug. Okay, so we're kind of fucked. Things became very bad there. Things became very bad there. So just for reference, this guy now deals 4 damage. That's honestly dumb. So like just for reference, for what we have here, we represent 4. We have 4, 8, 11 damage, so 7 per investigator here. All because of damn Mudbug. So what do we do to have a chance here? We have to kill our dudes or run away from our dudes, but then there's still the entity who's hanging out here. And then we just go to fucking Cut City. But we needed to clean out this guy first. Oh, no, it had Peril. It had peril, so we couldn't. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go back in time. We're gonna go back in time. We're gonna let me handle this. And then we're gonna grab the perfect imitation. Because then that puts this guy back in the deck. Don't you need to damage the entity to advance the act? You can, or you can try to escape with people. If there's 8 damage per player on this act, or if each undefeated investigator has resigned, we also can advance. So yeah, we'll do that. Let me handle this, because this is not a non-peril card. And she doesn't have an ally. Okay, so then this is good. This is good. This is better, anyways. And now these guys just hit for 1 and 1 again. So he's just a little baby. We could try to evade the entity. Start there. The 13th Vision has to stay, unfortunately, but then we can like maybe get Mudbug out of here. Honestly, that's probably the thing to do. We'll attempt to evade the enemy. We're at 4. We're gonna go practice makes perfect. We are going to grab this one instead. And then, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to grab this Promise of Power, adding a curse token to the bag. So we have 8 to his 2. That's pretty good. Arkham Horror, baby! And this guy has Alert! So Mudbug dies. That was a rough auto fail. Anyways, we're going to try to evade this guy for action number 2, adding another curse token using this Promise of Power again. We're at 6 to 3. -2. All right. Oh, Daisy's going to die. Oh, sorry, we're at 7 to 3. We still failed. We had -4, and we lose ties. Last action. I don't fucking know, man. Pass. Daisy's dead. At least she can die by horror. All right, we're going to fight this guy. So we gain 2 resources, and then we fight this guy at 4 to 3. Not the best, but we're doing this for the resources. Yeah, we fail. I'd like for my keyboard to work, please. Thank you. Okay. Well, luckily we can, like, survival knife him, right? So let's Enchanted Blade at 6 to 3. Nice. He'll take... Well, we will empower the blade, I think. Yeah, Daisy is bread. She's tasty, tasty sourdough bread. That was action 1. And 2. Could we try to evade him? Heck no. Heck no. I mean, let's just try to reduce damage. I'm going to just attack this guy. Should have done this in the other order, but I'm a little bit flummoxed. We have 8 to 3. -1, he's toast. Like a Christmas ghost. Okay, those are actions. Enemy phase, Daisy is gone. Let me just grab the whistle. Clobbered. See ya, Daisy! Enjoy that mental trauma. Okay, this guy goes away. Upkeep. And then, you guys ready for the most boring turn in the world? It's rats. We will just let them stay. Actually, no, I guess we kill them. We kill them with this. And that becomes test for 3 if you fail. 2 to 3. We will discard every event in our hand. Because I'll tell you what, I don't need them. All right, 1, 2, 3, let's resign. So fun, so exciting. Advance. Otherwise, you quickly navigate the horror house and await the pressure equalization to return to the tattered Amalian, making sure not to bring any of the madness on board back with you. If there's at least one ally asset, story asset in display, we got 2, baby. So we got resolution 2. You barely made it out of the madhouse alive. Sorry, let me just get this big. You barely made it out of the madhouse alive. You managed to save some of the crew. They mourned the loss for several days. Over time, they describe how the madness only began a few days after the Dakota transmission from Earth, a cryptic poem. Let the red dawn surmise what we shall do when this blue starlight dies and all is through. You believe this poem must be what the cultists are after, but is meaningless to you and doesn't help you uncover the coordinates of the fragments. When you finally deliver the remaining crew to a service station in the Martian orbit, the survivors thank you once more for saving them and bids farewell. Despite all, you must leave this behind and look forward towards another lead. Record in your campaign log that you have rescued the remaining crew of the Nostalgia 2. Go, Justin. Add 1 tally mark under impending doom in your campaign log. Then add 1 additional tally mark for every 2 unique story assets in the pile of lost souls in the scanning deck. So we lost Mudbug, Dr. Fang, Lieutenant Archer Michaels, and Captain Burr. So that adds 2 more tally marks. We earn victory 2. Whoopee. Return to search the fragments on page 10. All right, we are going to a different scenario, which is in the the Shadow of Earth is done. We are doing Strange Moons. Strange Moons was the order I wanted to do next, so that's what we're going to do next. Okay, time to share my thoughts. Again, the Mythos deck is way too pushed. It's crazy. You don't get time to have fun and enjoy the flavor, in my opinion, right? Like, the thing about Arkham Horror, the card game, is that you have the nice ability to scale your difficulty through this card, right? And standard, while not easy, is meant to be a balance of flavor and struggles, right? Like when we saw, there's so many times you've seen it, right? Like where you just barely scrape by, or like you slip at the last moment because you fail a crucial test after failing a lot of small minor tests throughout the game. With this encounter, it's just like, hope you didn't draw the really shitty one, and most of them are really shitty. And the ones that are pretty soft, they have Surge, because why not? right? Like, I think it's still a bit too pushed. Like, this guy having 3 and 3 is kind of crazy, especially if he has Retaliate and Alert. You fuck up one test and your dude's half dead, right? Like, where's the counterplay other than just not losing? I don't know. This one's probably the one I had the least fun with, which is a shame because when it started, I was the most excited for it. I really like the flavor of this, but it just kind of blew because this deck is still just too strong, right? Like, this card's fine, the test 3, right? But like, the swinginess where the mimics can have 4 damage, it's kind of crazy, right? There was one card that was really well. This card's probably the best design I've seen in this whole campaign. This card's incredible. Like, this card's a winner. This card's really good. Because like, it's not, it doesn't like kick you in the nuts and say, hey, I hope you had fun getting kicked in the nuts, loser. Yeah. That's the only thing. The flavor's really good in this campaign though, but what's in here? Yeah, like there's all this stuff you just don't get time to do because the game doesn't let you. Because it's too busy kicking you in the face. I might save my experience. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. That one kind of took the wind out of my sails, if I had to be completely honest with you. Kind of a bummer of a campaign. Of a scenario, sorry. Because... yeah. Would it be faster with 3 or 4 players? I mean, no, I don't think it would. I think it's the same. Player thing still scales. It's just that the Mythos deck is just... honestly, I think more players would make it harder. But isn't that just Arkham in the nutshell? The Mythos kicking you in the face while you struggle to survive? Absolutely not. And that kind of idea is, in my mind, why the actual game designers are the game designers and why the people who make custom ones aren't the game designers. Because in their mind, they have the idea that the Mythos deck is here to kick your ass. The Mythos deck is to provide constant, small challenges that if you fail 50% of these challenges, you are going to fall behind so much that when it comes to the time where you need to actually get a crucial challenge, you're going to be out of resources and you will be at risk of dying at that point, right? Like, you very rarely, if ever, see a card that'll deal you like 4 horror, right? Like, that's a lot. The enemies that deal 6 damage probably like won't have like all of this information on them. That like, this guy could eventually just be a 7/7, or like maybe not realistically, like probably like a 5/5 with massive Retaliate, Alert, 3 damage, 3 sanity is the strongest enemy to ever exist in the game compared to even the ancient ones, right? Like, you look at Haster, right? Like, let's just look at Haster. Let's just do that for a second. Like, let's just look at our boy Haster for a second, right? So, like, at the beginning of the enemy phase, if Haster is ready, he attacks each investigator in player order regardless of location. So he's always attacking. He represents 2 horror damage, right? And then, but in his card, there's a built-in way to evade him, right? That makes it so that he's actually like, you know, you can deal with him if you're not, like, there's balance. In these custom scenarios, it's missing balance, right? Like, hey, look, this one's crazy. But, right, it's designed to kill you with damage, right? Like, this is nuts. But this one is designed to be a damage killer, not that. Of course, Azathoth is the exception to this rule. Azathoth's a fucking tank. We have to respect this guy, right? Like, this guy is a tank, right? But he doesn't attack people unless you draw a Mythos card that does it, right? The Azathoth coin one. Like, look at my fancy coin. And it's like there's a card in the Dream Eaters that Bryn, Travis, and I call Foot Bad, right? Where all it does is you choose a skill that hasn't been chosen this turn yet, and you get -2 to that skill. Right? Like, there's none of these in this. It's just all fucking chaos. Let's be fair, though. 2 fight, 2 feet is pretty weak, and it also fucks off at the end of the round, so it should be seldom hit you 2 times in a row. But 1 hit it will kill Roland. He'll have 2 horror remaining because you can't have allies in this scenario, right? Like, I'm not going to defend... I can't defend this scenario. Like, the other 2 I really like. This one, the flavor was so good, but the balance was so unenjoyable that I had no fun, which is a shame. You too. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we are going to Strange Moons. And maybe it'll be fun. Who knows? We'll find out. Goodbye, YouTube.